Alright, we are back here on the construction site, and what I did was, I went out there and I pretty much boosted the stock up to 76%, as well as the construction and the foundation, because our project has already got 24% built, and now it is time to combine those and start building this building. So we go over here and stand. We just hit 25%. You saw the fences went up, and the project site changed a little bit, but we're still in construction. The fences is just the beginning. At 50% of the project, the second stage will kick in. Alright, we are just about ready to turn to 50% and watch more of the factory be built. And there we are, 50%. We can look around and you can see we have some bins over here built, as well as the water container and the buildings. Let's keep going to 75% and see the next stage of the building process. And we are now approaching the 75% build process of the project. When 75% rolls over, we'll have more buildings and more stuff on the building site. There we go. You can see the cement factory just appeared in the background. But we still got a lot of mess to clean up and a little bit more building to go. So let's finish out this project to 100% and get the finished product. Alright, as we're finishing up the construction of the factory, I just wanted to point out a couple things. When the factory is done, it is possible to have leftover stock, foundation, and construction credits. If you overbuilt one of the others, then that's very possible. And they will just disappear. They will be lost. However, if you have leftover supplies that the factory uses, such as this one here uses sand, gravel, and water to make cement, any of those leftover supplies will go actually into the factory to start building. So if you stock those over and they're not already converted into their section, like stock that hasn't been converted to stock yet, it will then become able to use. Now there we go. Our factory has been completed. You can see the project's at 100%. One of the other notes I wanted to mention was the window here, when you're standing in the trigger, it does not disappear completely until you log out and back into the game. You will be able to go back over that trigger until you log out and back in, or you save the game and restart. The trigger will be, actually, for the walker only, it is there. You can see I still have stock, foundation, construction. Now, Over here you could see that we had some gravel and water that was converted back into products for the factory to use. What we need now is some sand and power to get this thing running. To do power, we bring wood chips to the wood chip dispenser. Here's our newly built factory. You can see it's pretty much stocked with gravel. We need to get some sand. So let's get some power going. Okay, wood chips are in. Now power generates relatively quickly. When you're over, if you hit the, let's speed up time, just a couple minutes, there we have power, enough to start the factory running. Every minute it creates 5,000 power, so the wood chips turn over to power very quickly. At this point I am going to save the game and restart to get a number one, get that menu off my list. Every time I get out of a vehicle it's kind of annoying, but it's still a bug I have not been able to figure out yet. Hopefully we can come up with something, but it's just a temporary setback after a week's worth of work building a factory. When you're in that trigger, it stays with you for a little while because it doesn't realize the trigger disappeared while you're standing there. And we're creating some cement. As well as the trigger is gone for that box over there. You can see slowly the cement gauge is rising out of the grass as we add to cement to our factory. And the other products will slowly depreciate and disappear. Also, while we're creating some cement, let's take a look back inside the factory. The gauges, or actually the piles here, also are movers, so you can see them going down as the product's being used, as well as the water in the water container. That will also go up and down. Those planes all move. Let's pick up some cement, the final product. You just drive in. The triggers on the new factories are so much easier to hit. One of the additional advantages, and eventually I'm hoping to have a cement truck for cement, but for now we can load it in our tippers. And that's pretty much it for the cement factory building and operation, other than one last thing, and that is that I have to fix an object there apparently. Oh, the tops of the cranes have to be lowered into the ground a little bit when they're invisible because they do disappear underground. And as I was saying, the last thing is the gauges. One of the additional benefits of having the gauges on the factories is that I can put them anywhere I want, and I can have multiples. So, in the teleportation room, where you can teleport to all of the factories, there will be a change where you can go right up to the factory. You'll be able to scan through this room, see what needs what where, what's not working, and the product levels without even leaving this room. You can go eventually be able to go to all the factories rather than having to jump to that one by accident like I just did. And that's about it. I hope you enjoy this new feature. It's one that I've been looking forward to for a long time. And as you can see, I got a couple of little bugs to fix, but they're nothing out of the ordinary. And have a nice day. And once again, I'd like to really, really, really thank More 2000 for his Universal Process Kit that made this and will hopefully make many more exciting additions to our map possible. Without the Universal Process Kit, our moving piles in the gravel pit that refill over time wouldn't have been possible, and many other things. Our new factories, and hopefully we've got many other ideas on paper that hopefully we'll be able to convert some over and create some really exciting content for you. Alright, that's it for this demo. Have a nice day, and we'll catch you in our next video on whatever it will be. Who knows?